This is the Star News Brief. I'm Leah Ubaga. President Uhuru Kenyatta's Jubilee administration borrowed an average of 3.37 billion shillings every day in 2020. A new report has shown. The 2020-2021 half-year budget implementation review report by Controller of Budget Margaret Nyakango shows the government borrowed 1.23 trillion shillings between December 30th, 2019 and December 30th, 2020. This pushed the country's debt stock to 7.28 trillion shillings from 6.05 trillion shillings, an increase of 20.5% in a span of just 1 year. COB warned the increased public borrowing may result in undesirable fiscal consequences such as high interest rate, inflation and overburdening of future generations. Get a copy of The Star by subscribing to our e-paper for only 10 shillings by dialing *550*3#. The country's political bigwigs are tipped for another showdown as the battle shapes up for the upcoming Bonchari parliamentary by-election. President Uhuru Kenyatta Jubilee's party, Raila Odinga's ODM and Deputy President William Ruto's United Democratic Party are bracing for a grueling battle. The entry of Uhuru's Jubilee party in the race could raise the stakes for the ODM party that is determined to use the by-election to assert its supremacy in Nyanza ahead of the 2022 polls. The ODM party has picked former Energy and Petroleum Regulatory Authority boss Pavel Oimeke to fly its ticket. The planned tabling of a report by the Joint Parliamentary Committee on BBI Bill on Tuesday has been pushed after lawmakers sought more time to research on the contentious clauses. The Star has established that the Joint Justice and Legal Affairs Committee that had retreated to write a report returned to the city on Saturday evening without completing the job. The co-chairs were expected to simultaneously table the reports in the Senate and National Assembly on Tuesday when the legislators resumed sittings after a short recess. The legislators are under immense pressure from President Uhuru Kenyatta and ODM leader Raila Odinga to pass the bill by March 31st ahead of the planned June referendum. President Uhuru Kenyatta may not attend the burial of the late Tanzanian leader John Magufuli on March 25th, an event also likely to be skipped by other heads of state. Uhuru paid his last respects to Magufuli at the Tanzania High Commission in Nairobi on Saturday, an indication he might not travel to Chato in Geita region of the neighboring country. Uhuru, who's the chairperson of the East Africa community, led heads of all arms of government in conveying their condolences to Tanzania. Acting Chief Justice Philomena Mwilu, Speakers Ken Lusaka of the Senate and Justice Muturi of the National Assembly accompanied him. Cash sent home by Kenyans living abroad grew in February compared to a similar period of last year despite pressure from the economic knocks of the COVID-19 pandemic. The Central Bank of Kenya data shows that last month's remittances amounted to $260.3 million, about 28.4 billion shillings, compared to $219 million, about 23.4 billion shillings, an increase of 18.9%. Even so, the amount was much lower compared to $278.3 million, about 30.3 billion shillings, that was sent in January. Get a copy of The Star by subscribing to our e-paper for only 10 shillings by dialing *550*3#.